Yo, what's up, everyone? You're listening to the 46th episode of True the Size.
What is going on, everybody, and welcome to True to Size. We are a weekly podcast centered around the wild world of sneakers. I will be your host today. My name is Lawrence Hopkins, and I am joined by the rest of the team at Canada Got Sold, Joel Hernandez.
Yo!
And Alvin Martinez.
Yo, let's get it, dog. I'm about it.
What's up, boys? You guys are good?
I'm
Good,
well,
we're good,
man.
we're good.
Cold
Swell.
out there, man.
It's freezing.
I'm about to warm y'all up, though.
Yeah,
Hey.
we're about to warm your hearts and your minds with some knowledge. Let's get it. This is a very busy week in sneaker news with a couple of very tasty rumors that we can sink our teeth into. We've also gone a whopping 0 weeks without talking about Nike versus Adidas. This time it's Adi taking a shot at the Swoosh. And tonight's main discussion will be centered around condition. These are my conditions. Why does condition matter anyways? Well, you're about to find out.
Life, bro.
You're about to
Condition
find
is life.
out.
Condition's life,
It's
dog.
conditional, honestly. But first, Joel, this week it's you.
Forward.
That's good. Better than mine.
That's kind of scary. It's a little bit demonic. Fire round.
Fire round.
We like to start every show with a quick hitting question from you, our listeners. And this week's question comes from Dante Zook,
Yo,
the
D-Dog. What are you
homie
doing?
from Toronto. No, wait, Etobicoke. That's an inside
Almost,
joke. And
almost.
he's almost in Toronto. One day, Dante, you'll be from Toronto. His question. Since I've been on top of the releases, I was saving a question for the fire round because I'm still 2 episodes behind. But basically, if you guys could do a release like Adidas did with like 5 to 7 silhouettes based on a TV series or a movie series, what would you choose?
Oh.
That's a big one. And I've had a little bit of time to answer it or think about it. So I'm going to go first.
Did
and I
Dante have an answer or no?
Yeah, I'm going to give you his answer as well.
Yeah.
So he says, off the top of my head, the first thing that's coming to mind is Star Wars. I think that would be a cool pack.
They had a pack already.
They did have an Adidas pack. He actually didn't know about it, so I educated him on that. Shout outs to me. And then I asked him which shoes, and he said Air Max 90, 95, 97, 98, and 1. That's a big pack.
Nice, that's big.
That's a big,
I'd mess
heavy
with
hitting
that
pack.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So just to narrow it down, I think we're going to say movie series. We need that. And then we'll do 4 silhouettes
a movie
that you
series?
can think
Movie
of. Yeah,
series.
movie series or TV
Or
series.
TV series?
And 4 silhouettes. So, like I said, I had more time to think about it.
Yeah,
Mine,
please go.
Jurassic Park.
Ooh.
That's an untapped market that no one's gone to yet, and I grew up on Jurassic Park, loving
Word.
that shit.
Nice.
And I'm going to have to agree with Dante. I think Air Max 1, 95, 97, 98 for me. I can see those 90s colors from Jurassic Park
Yeah,
on like
yeah.
the 90s
That
silhouettes.
would
Just
look, ooh.
heavy
Yeah, man.
hitting.
Jurassic Park. Yeah, that's a
What
good
about
one.
you guys?
I don't know. I'm going to probably, just because the holidays just passed and I saw a lot of Home Alone on TV, so I'm probably going to Home Alone. But I'm going to mix it up with like some Air Force Ones,
Okay.
some Air Max ones, and some Dunks. or something.
Just a little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything. A little bit of everything.
Home Alone.
Home
Nike
Alone
pack.
pack, yeah.
Damn.
That'd be pretty
Damn.
dope.
What about you, Alvin?
In that case, I'd probably do a TMNT pack.
True.
Ooh.
Nice.
But like
They need that.
each shoe would be representative of the turtle.
Each
I guess
turtle.
You could say.
Okay, yeah.
Damn, why did I say that? Now it's gonna be tough. Yeah. So each shoe would either be purple.
Yeah.
One would be. I just don't know the silhouettes now. Damn.
You don't have to assign a specific one. Which silhouettes would you like to see included?
Yeah. So you had to like do like 4 different.
I would do the
silhouettes.
1, 3, 4, and a 5.
Do you want a Jordan pack?
And the Jordan
Jordans.
pack. Or
Damn.
TMNT.
That would be nuts.
That'd be sick.
Fuck.
1,
Like-
3, 4, and 5.
Yeah. Huh?
1, 3, 4, and 5.
1, 3, 4, and 5.
Damn, you're gonna skip the 2s like that?
Oh.
Sorry, Uncle Scott.
Uncle
No
Scott.
ratings from
Sorry,
Alvin
Uncle
for
Scott.
the Jordan 2. That's a crazy
man!
question.
Now that you say the 2 though, like the Just Don 2, the royal blue one,
Yep.
is a
Oh,
perfect
yeah.
representation of Leonardo though.
Leonardo.
The quilted.
Damn. All right, sorry. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. I apologize.
No fives.
Sorry, Will Smith.
Sorry, Will Smith, friend of the show. That was a dope question. Thanks, Dante.
Yeah, that was good.
If you would like to submit a question for the fire round and have us answer it on the pod, please shoot us a message on Instagram or email us at canadagotsoul@gmail.com. Now it's time for the CGS picks. Each week, we all pick an upcoming release to analyze, dissect, give our thoughts on, and update you about. Then we decide if it's poop, scoop, whoop-de-whoop, or Alvin's trademarked, one-of-a-kind, you must pay him to use it, just cute.
I wish.
Up first. Anyone who says cute, cut the check to Alvin, because he came up with that. Alvin, you're up first. What you got for us?
I have it's the Air Max 97 from the Wild West pack. So essentially, this pack, they did also but they also tease like a Air Max 97. But essentially, it's a mixture of denim, some paisley patterns, and also like I guess you say camel, just because it's like the same color as like a cowboy hat would be. Hence the Wild West pack.
Yeah, it's like a nice light,
it's dope,
sandy,
man.
dark sand brown.
Like you definitely see the paisley on that one stripe of the 97 there, and it accents it dope with like the red swoosh.
Oh yeah,
and then the denim that they have on here is kind of what is it, like tie dye?
It's like washed, bleached denim.
Yeah, it's like a wash.
Beautiful.
And then like that suede on there that they have with the. Let's see what the color says here. Sorry, I didn't really research. Parachute beige.
Parachute beige.
It's just like that. I mean, I feel like this colorway is pretty dope, especially like the thought that's behind the colorway.
I could definitely see Alvin rocking this with a full Canadian tuxedo.
Oh,
True.
Dude,
like
now I have to get
full denim and some white socks.
But
Yeah,
I feel
Alvin
like my favorite part though is that subtle paisley. Like
Absolutely.
from afar, you definitely won't be able to tell what it is. You'll just think it's like a red stripe on it, but definitely like. I don't know, once you get that close-up of it and you see the pattern, you're just like, damn, that's pretty dope.
And it's on the insole as well.
Super clean.
Which is very cool.
Super, super clean shoe.
Shout out to the 95 from that pack as well, because it's also very well executed.
Yeah.
It's a lot more brown. I think that the 97 is a better shoe for that design, but the 95 is dope too. That bleached denim is nuts. Like, it's super sick.
No, I agree. These are definitely wait, let's see what's going on. So these released February, I got time to save up. February 2nd, 2019. Sasha, if you listen to this, Valentine's Day is around the corner. I know we never celebrate it, but this year might be the year we start.
Maybe this is it. It just started.
Love you. But yeah, these release on February 2nd. There is no price point, but I assume it'll be like, some premium.
Probably $230
Nike stuff.
That's my guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, dope. Definitely a hopeful scoop.
Hopeful scoop.
Or gift.
A hopeful
scoop the gift.
Scoop the gift. All right, we're going to move on to my pick for the week, and I have chosen the Nike PG3 NASA.
Ooh.
I don't know if you guys have seen that pair yet or not. So it's supposed to release this week, actually, on January 26th, assuming at like most basketball stock lists.
Yeah.
It is... I'm pretty sure the first silhouette to drop of the PG3. They did a lot with the PG 2.5. I'm not too sure why, because that's kind of strange for them to do the 0.5 as their main signature.
Yeah.
But you have a mainly orange upper. You've got a lot of silver, so it's very like futuristic looking. And then on the heel and the insole, you've got the NASA logo, which is very cool. I actually heard something very interesting from a friend of mine, and he said that because NASA is... like a public company, like it's a government company, you don't need to pay to use that logo.
What?
I don't know if that's true or not, but if it is true, we may have to start putting the NASA logo.
Canada Soul X NASA.
But yeah, it's a very cool design. It's surprisingly, I thought it was just kind of gimmicky, but it does actually pay homage to the NASA Center in Paul George's hometown of Palmdale, California, which is cool.
Yeah.
And on the heel, like on the heel of the midsole, I guess you would say,
those patches.
it says his quote, which apparently he has coined now, even though I've heard this before. Don't tell me the sky's the limit when there are footprints on the moon, which is one of his phrases.
That's dope. That's a cool detail, man.
Yeah,
it's very subtle, like it's a silver on silver, but it's a cool shoe. it's seeming like Paul George is becoming Nike basketball's baby almost. He's
Yeah.
getting a lot
Yeah,
of cool collab,
yeah.
like the
Yeah.
PlayStation stuff. They did like 4 different
I know,
ones.
man.
Those were dope, though. Yeah, for
This
sure.
might, I don't know, you might have heard it here first. I think Nike basketball might be making a comeback like crazy.
For real.
These are pretty good, though. These are pretty, like, the silhouette itself is, like, fairly
Yeah, man, it's cool.
fairly sleek. You know what I mean?
They're
So
making a
they-
comeback because you can wear a lot of this stuff casually too
Yeah,
with
that's
sweats.
why.
Like it
Yeah.
used to be very bulky and high cut, and I can't think of any high cut basketball sneakers anymore. Even LeBrons are mid now.
Yeah,
So
that's
yeah,
true.
That's true.
That's
man.
true.
we'll see. Maybe we'll start seeing basketball on the street again. I'm gonna give him a cute.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm a Galaxy guy, so I definitely see
Yeah.
the draw.
True.
Yeah, I was
don't
gonna say,
know.
like, this might be a Lauren shoe.
Yeah, it's
'cause
like right on the fringe. It's a fringe pair
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna give it a cute for now. Joel, what you got?
So my pick was the Air Max 98 from the I-95 pack.
Very
They're
cool.
sexy.
So yeah, so pretty much like, it's like an homage to the I-95, right? Because I'm pretty sure
When are we gonna get the homage to the 401?
401, right? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, man.
Come on, Drake.
So yeah, but earlier in the month, they dropped pictures of the 95 and the 97. Both had like that black pavement gray upper.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it had like, green markings which refer to like signs along the interstate. Orange on the 95s was like construction signs.
Oh, sick.
So with the 98 now, they kept along with the black pavement, that gravel textile kind of upper, sorry. But what differentiates it is that lava
It's like infrared.
glow infrared,
Yeah.
on the bubble swoosh, and along like the diagonal lines on the shoe. Like it also goes to like the insoles as well. And it's pretty much like, I don't know, I read up and it's cues to like car brake lights. What was that?
Oh.
The brake lights of cars, right?
Oh,
interesting.
that makes sense.
yeah,
man.
along the
Yeah.
I-95, because all of the construction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Oh
yeah,
my
man.
God.
So it drops on the
That's dope.
26th, the 26th of January, with the price tag of US like 160 US, which is approximately what, 215 Canadian.
Yeah, it'll probably be 215
Yeah.
Canadian.
So yeah, keep an eye out for those, man.
Yeah, those are dope.
Yeah,
like
man. I
those.
like the 98s, man. That infrared really pops.
I think this is going to be a 98 year, guys.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I can see
for
that
sure.
Definitely. They kind of teased it a little bit last year. I think we're going to see it a lot this year. How doth you rate it, sire?
I would rate it as a scoop.
Ooh.
Okay, Joel.
Yeah,
Okay.
You're on that infrared tip, huh?
It's nice, man. It's a nice silhouette, man.
Very cool
Yo,
shoe.
if
Yeah.
anything's infrared on any shoe, I mean, it's hard not to cop.
We're
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
We're there.
It's like
You know what I
gum
mean?
sole.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's like
exactly.
that gum sole.
Yeah.
You're like you're attracted to it.
Sick. Those are some sick picks,
Sick
boys.
picks.
Done.
All right, now on to This Week in Kicks. This is the time where we discuss the current headlines and happenings in the world of sneakers. This week we have 4 pieces on the agenda.
Oh.
And first, more Nike Adapt BB stuff, because we love that.
Hell yeah.
So I don't know if you guys saw this, but Eric Avar had a very... Avar? I think it's Avar. He was one of the lead designers on the Adapt BB.
True.
He's also one of the lead designers on most of Kobe's shoes. I don't know if you guys saw the hints. After I heard that, I was like, I could see that.
Definitely.
He was quoted this past week by saying, Kobe's next shoe, the 14th, is heavily influenced by the Jordan 33 and the self-lacing Adapt BB.
Ooh.
And if that's not
Crazy.
exciting, then
No,
I don't know
I'm
what
like-
is.
You guys already know how I am with my Kobe's.
Yeah.
That's like, that was my number 1 ball shoe for almost
A long time.
a long time.
A very long time.
I'm really old.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So if they
Don't
make a
even say that right
self-lacing
now. Yeah.
Kobe, or even like a Jordan 33 with just the no laces and the one pull,
Oh,
that would
yeah,
be
yeah,
dope
yeah.
too.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
But yeah, like we said last week, I mean, I think they're gonna do a lot more with
Yeah,
it. So
for
it
sure.
looks like that's evidence of that.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Trying to
And-
save money, man.
Segue of the year. Speaking of the Adapt BB, Adidas versus Nike again.
Again.
So Adidas fired shots with their campaign for the new basketball sneaker, the Next Level, the N3XT L3V3L Next Level.
Next level.
We posted the campaign video, GIF, whatever it was, on our main story.
Yeah.
And it basically was the shoe spinning around over a pile of laces surrounded by the words, no buttons, no chargers, no phones, no laces. Thoughts? What do we think about that?
So what is it then?
It's laceless. It's just a slip-on, it looks like.
So what is it, just knit on the top? Like
Yeah,
a
it
prime
looks
knit?
like a prime knit slip-on basketball shoe.
So from my experience with any sort of knit playing ball, that stuff's going to stretch.
Yeah, what's gonna happen? Like once it starts, after so
To
many
wear in,
wears.
yeah.
After so many
Like
wears.
it's definitely like a really cool, really dope concept.
Yeah.
But until you can, you don't have to prove to me anything, but until you can show that knit isn't going to stretch,
Yeah.
and it won't compromise the lockdown on your foot into the shoe,
Into the
then
shoe.
I'm kind of skeptical about these.
Yeah.
I mean, silhouette wise, it definitely looks like a ball shoe, but at the same time, like, it's like the Puma Clyde.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that on the upper is pretty much the knit.
Just
The
knit.
knit.
Yeah.
And after playing like an hour in those,
Stretched.
It definitely stretched, and I definitely felt the difference. I mean, don't get me wrong, it wasn't a big stretch, but you
Yeah.
can definitely feel the difference
But enough.
It wasn't a
from when
snug.
you first put it on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know about these. Well, I mean, Adidas, I'd love to try them for you.
I think it's a cool looking shoe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that the campaign is cooler than the shoe, though, if
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, it was super timely on their part. Like, they hit it out of the park with the post. And if I was an Adidas fiend as opposed to a Nike fiend, I would have loved that shit off.
Yeah.
Like, I saw a bunch of our Adidas friends commenting on the Adidas Hoops post of it.
Yeah.
Just going in. Like, they were so excited. Like, that's what got my attention. That's how I saw it in the first place, was all of them talking about it.
Yeah.
So I definitely think that the campaign is a lot better than the actual shoe, because slip-on has been done before for sure. Like, that's not new. I don't know about prime knit basketball slip-on. That's kind of innovative, I guess, if it performs well.
Is it Boost?
I don't know.
Well, again, if
EEE.
they're using the same like cushioning as like the Kyle Lowry BB Low, that cushioning was pretty good. So
Yeah.
I mean, I could definitely see that working well with them. It's just that upper that I have questions about.
Yeah, like I've hooped in Adidas basketball shoes in the past, and they're really, like, I like them a
they're
lot.
comfy,
Yeah,
for sure.
like the Crazy Light is a really good basketball shoe, and the Crazy Light Boost is even better.
I remember those.
But I'm just skeptical on, like you said, the slip on, like even just slipping your foot into it is going to stretch the collar. And if there's no laces to pull it back, I'm not 100% sold
Yeah,
on it.
you
But
have
the
a big
campaign
ass foot.
was A1. Like, that was absolutely incredible. Next up, is there a Sean Witherspoon 2.0 incoming? So Sean Witherspoon posted the size tag for his baby blue Air Max 97 1 on his story, the one that I believe we definitely talked about this on the pod previously. And on the sample tag, it reads in the bottom right corner, season FA19, which could, I don't think,
Fall.
be taken any other way except for fall 2019. And this is coming right after he explicitly said on his YouTube show, the Round 2 show, because I did some research, that, quote unquote, these pairs will never release, referring to his Bespoke, which I think was obvious,
Oh yeah, Those are
and the
gorgeous.
Baby Blue 97 1. So I wasn't surprised about the Bespoke. Like, it's a Bespoke. That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
what it is. It's like a Nike ID. It's like
Yeah.
someone making a Nike ID
Oh
and
my
thinking they're going to
gosh,
come
it was
out.
Gorgeous.
I think that he's trying to be a little bit sly with what he said, because it was a sample, the very first 97 one, that Baby Blue, and he said he had other tweaks he wanted to make to it.
Yeah.
He probably had that one in his hand and was saying, these will never come out, and talking about that sample.
Yeah.
That-
But he
one, yeah.
updated it,
Yeah.
and I think that the updated one that no one has seen yet is the one that's going to come out.
Either way, it's gonna sell out, man.
Do you think that we should get another Sean Witherspoon 97 1? Is the world ready for that? Do we need it? Is it what Nike should be doing with their most
I think
hyped
so.
silhouettes? Yeah?
I think if they tried to do it like an Off-White,
Then it
it
would,
would definitely kind of lose its appeal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But because it's like a yearly thing, and it's, I mean, we all know that the first Sean Witherspoon did amazing.
Hell yeah.
I don't know, man. I feel like if he did like an annual drop, it would definitely be appreciated, especially for the real like Air Max heads.
If you want to see an annual drop, do you want to see all 97 ones, or you want to see it get shaken up? What's too much
man.
of the
I would-
97 1? Or
Everybody was waiting for another colorway.
absolutely,
Yeah.
everyone
Right.
expected it for sure.
And
But-
obviously, it's not going to compare to the OG, the original color.
yeah, yeah.
But I think these are going to go like hotcakes.
Oh, of
as
course,
well,
yeah.
man. You know what I mean?
Like, to me, like, it's such a double-edged sword because I feel like, yeah, the first one was great, and when you have anything that's great the first time, there's an earthquake upstairs. When you have anything that's great the first time, you want to have another one. Like, you think of your favorite movie, and you always want, like, I want a sequel, I want a sequel. And the sequel comes out, and you're like, fuck, the first one's so much better.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want it to ruin the whole lineage of his branding of that shoe by releasing a subpar, not even subpar, just not as good as the first one.
Would
release.
you? So, I just had a dope. Nah, I thought it was a dope idea, but the same colorway as last year's, but on an Air Max 1 and then a separate Air Max 97.
Like 2 pairs?
Yeah.
That would be cool.
And like as a pack.
As a pack.
That would be
But
neat.
like with the exact same materials and the exact same color
I could
blocking.
see that. Yeah.
As well, I mean, on an Air Max 1, obviously you would have to use
Different,
his
but yeah.
imagination and his creativity.
Yep.
But I feel like if you release an Air Max 97 with a 97 like midsole,
Yeah, like
Yeah.
an Air Max 97 and
like
an
an
Air Max 1.
97,
Call it
like,
like the
oh
DNA pack or something like that.
Oh,
Like,
Nike hit us up.
I could definitely see that.
Like that would look
That'd be
amazing.
dope. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the, I mean, the
And I
97
think that's a
one
good
looks
way to send it off too.
Yes.
Like you don't
Yeah.
need, you're not following it up at that point. You're
Yeah.
complementing it. You're
Yeah.
adding to the collection. You're not
Oh
making
my
something that
god!
tries to
Imagine
compare
like
to
the
it.
Yeah.
oh
Even a different silhouette. Like now, because last year when he released that first sample, it was like, oh my god, like I need that. Everyone wanted it, and now you're thinking about it, and you're like, do we need it? I'm thinking about it at least. I'm like, do we really need that? Like, do I want another one? Because you just see going down the line, like the Element 87 or like
Yeah.
Off-White or like Yeezy or anything that just gets beaten to the ground, and you're like, when do you say no? Like, when do you pump the brakes, and you're like, maybe we shouldn't.
yeah.
I think it's going to be interesting. If they do another one, I hope it's just that one and then it's done.
Yeah.
Definitely don't lose his number because I think Sean Wotherspoon deserves to be with Nike doing stuff for a long time.
Yeah.
But maybe something different. Finally, Virgil and Bape. So Virgil was spotted at the Louis Vuitton runway show at Paris Fashion Week wearing a off-white Bapesta.
Mm-hmm.
It looked like an Air Force One. When I first saw it, I thought it was an Air Force One, but it's basically a black croc skin Bapesta with the signature like writing on the mid panel. What do you guys think? I think it's weird.
I don't know. You kind of strayed away from. You didn't really stray away. Kind of. It's the Bapesta, so it's essentially just an Air Force with a star on it.
That's why I found it weird because to me, like I'm pretty sure Nike does not fuck with Bape at all. Because their Bapesta
They've never
is
done
an
a
Air
collabo,
Force.
no? Have they ever done a
not that I
collabo?
can think of. I could be wrong, but I can't think of one.
Guys, hit us up if Nike's ever done a collabo with Bape.
But like the Bapesta is very clearly an Air Force.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like not even a question. And somehow Bape has been producing it for a long time. And all of a sudden now there's an off-white. Like it just seems weird that the ties from Virgil to Nike and then Virgil to Bape, like connecting them, especially on a shoe that looks like an Air Force. Like I feel like that would rub Nike the wrong way.
I don't know though.
Like crazy.
Because Ronnie did a Bapesta too.
Yeah, that's true. That's
And Ronnie's
actually
done
very
a lot.
true.
I mean, Ronnie does everything with all the brands,
Yeah.
but Nike's done stuff. Ronnie's done stuff with.
Maybe it's just weird to me
Nike.
because Virgil did an Air Force.
Yeah, that's
A
true.
black Air,
Yeah.
a couple black Air Forces.
Yeah.
Yeah. The most recent one
The
was a
recent
black
one,
Air Force.
Yeah, the one that like in December.
It literally looks like the Air Max 90, but Air Force.
Yeah, it's a black and white Air Force, and
Yeah,
now he has a
black and
black and white
white.
Bapesta.
Bapesta.
Like
Yeah.
the similarities are
Yeah.
striking.
And like
at
it's not
best.
like he added anything to change it. I mean, the material
The
might be
croc
different,
skin.
but it's still
yeah, but that's
Croc
it's
skin
still a
is
Bapesta,
black and
yeah.
white.
Yeah, I found that super weird. We'll see if that turns into anything. I would love to see him design like clothing
Yeah. that'd be
or
pretty cool.
like sneakers. Like they have other shoes. They have that Converse looking one. They just have a lot of bites off Nike now that I think about it.
Yeah.
True story.
But yeah, I think that Virgil's a creative guy and he can do a lot of stuff for a lot of brands. So
Yeah, man.
go for it.
Word.
That's all for this week in Kicks. And now on to previously in Kicks. This is the part of the show where we review our latest pickups and recap the latest happenings in our sneaker lives. Do you guys have anything? Because I actually have a lot. I just didn't post about it anywhere yet.
Nah.
Nothing?
No pickup.
No.
So first, major shout out to Under Armour.
Word,
They
those
blessed
were
the
sick.
squad with the Under Armour Curry 6 Heart of the Town.
Super clean.
Triple red upper of the brand new Curry 6. The backstory behind it, this is a little blurb from Under Armour's website. Selected 7th overall in the 2009 NBA draft by the Golden State Warriors, Stephen Curry brought his unique talents to Oakland and immediately got to work. It took blood, sweat, and tears to sculpt Stephen Curry into the athlete he is today, and none of it would be possible without Oakland. The town gives him the energy and drive to push his game and his team forward night in and night out. They've been killing it, by the way. That's just a sidebar. Now that Boogie's back, that's a scary team. As Stefan's tweet before every game, lock in #DubNation reminds us, the team and the town are one heart, beating together. The Curry 6 Heart of the Town colorway is a testament to that bond. I think that's my favorite Curry ever.
The 6?
The 6?
That specific color.
Or that
The color.
colorway too?
Like that one overall.
They had an all red 5 too, right?
They did, yeah. And I have that one as well, and it's a good shoe, but it doesn't even compare.
Collection pick.
Yeah, I might have to.
Yeah.
But the Curry 6 in the all red is absolutely nuts.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, like me and Alvin shot it last week, and like after I put it on my foot with the red socks, I was like, holy shit.
So good.
Like,
Yeah.
I can't wait to get it on court. Like, it's going to look so good. So thank you to Under Armour for that. If you want a performance review of that shoe, you can hit up canadagotsold.ca because Alvin has one on there for y'all. I also picked up the Air Max 2 Lite in the Miami Dolphin colorway.
Yeah,
I don't know if you guys saw
right.
that. It's like the
Sick.
white and blue upper with the orange bubble on the
Super
heel.
clean, yeah.
Love that shoe. That's going to be a summer beater for sure. I'm going to kill that. And this
Good
was one
pickup.
of my picks a couple weeks ago. I got the Westbrook 0.2.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
Oh,
the
nice.
Why Not 0.2.
Yo.
Busy week, like I said.
Yo, you
It's
gotta
a
do
busy
a
ass week.
review on
I'm gonna
those
do-
joints,
I-
too.
yeah, I want to do a performance review. Like I put it on in the store and I was like, yeah, I need this shoe. Like it's
Yeah.
so comfortable.
Is it
And I
narrow?
wasn't like it's just snug.
Ooh.
If that I like
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
that it hugs your foot in all
Yeah.
the right places. I don't know if me and Russell Westbrook have the exact same foot shape, but it fit me like incredibly.
Sick.
The cushioning is dope. The grip is awesome. It's got like a different circle grip on the outsole, and they actually look cool on foot. Like didn't care after I put it on my foot. I knew it was a wrap, but I looked in the mirror and I was like, oh, maybe once I beat these up,
Those
I can
will
wear
look
them
good
out.
on court.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I had a busy week. You
Nice,
guys,
bro.
You guys better catch up.
Pretty dope.
Nah, I'm
Those
with
are my
chill.
first
I'm with
pickups this
chill.
year, though. So
Yeah.
March is the month, I think.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
True.
that's where Alvin comes alive.
Yeah.
Now on to, with the same wrong name, errors, e-missions, and e-messages. E. Because fuck y'all. First up, from Sneaker Life Husband. This one changed my life,
Ron.
by the way. Ron. You guys are going to love this. All the listeners, listen up. A quick tip for taking photos using portrait mode on iPhone. If you have an Apple Watch, you can use it to preview what the photo will look like and also use it as a shutter button, so no need for a timer.
Sick.
Lawrence is about to get an Apple
Bruh.
Watch.
Watch.
Previously in kicks next week.
Yeah, previously
in
Kicks might
watches.
be an Apple Watch. Like, I think that's cheaper than a DSLR, so I mean, it might be worth it,
Oh,
to
for
be
sure
honest.
it's worth it.
That's
Nice.
game changing. That's crazy. I didn't know that.
Aaron just changed so many Instagram
Yeah.
freaking
I know.
feeds.
If you, oh man, like, yeah.
Yo, Aaron, you're the man.
When he told me that, I freaked out. Next up, from Heads Ain't Ready. This is
Yo.
also pertaining to our last week episode. By the way, I think you can still get your money back if you gift on PayPal. I've had success by doing it in the past when somebody
Sick.
never sent the item. Use the dispute as with other claims, and you might also have to contact your credit card company.
True.
Still, I'm gonna say to everybody listening, don't PayPal gift. It's still a lot more dangerous
Yeah, it's a big
than
risk.
invoicing. If it might be possible to get it back, but I'm 100% sure it's a lot more difficult than an invoice. So be careful out there. Next up, from very good friend of the show, Mr. KT,
Yo,
Mr. Keith. He said, just finished listening to the show, guys. Amazing job. Great show and content as always. And then he sent like 5 flame emojis.
Thanks, Cuzzo.
Yo.
Always fire. Thank you, Keith.
Thank
Love
you,
you.
Keith.
Next up, brand new since last week, Sneakerheading for Dummies.
Hey.
The newest segment on True to Size. This week, we have Cleaning Your Shoes for Dummies.
Cleaning your shoes.
I think this is a good one.
This is a good
Do you
one.
guys clean your shoes anymore?
Not
Just right off
not
the
as,
bat?
So, when I started, like years ago as a sneakerhead, I would definitely try to clean my shoes before I put them back in the box. Just because, I don't know, I thought it was cool and the box was important and the inside of the box needed to be clean. I don't know, man. I was just weird. I know a couple guys though who still do that, but for me, like, there's no time right now, man. Unless it's a really big scuff and it's really noticeable, or it's on a shoe that needs to be clean to look a certain way. Then it's I don't really care if it's like a little bit of.
How about you, Joel? Do you still clean your shoes?
I do every now and then.
Yeah.
Like you said, depending on where I've been the whole day. Like if, I went to, I don't know, to the mall and the bathrooms weren't the greatest. And I ended up walking on whatever.
Stepped in poo.
I'm going to have to wash that shit before I put it away. So, So yeah, like, it all depends on like what I do during the day and whatnot in the shoes. So.
Yeah, I was the same as Alvin. Like when I first started collecting, they were not going back in the box until I cleaned it. Like literally wiped down everything, wiped down the sole, wiped down the outsole, did all my like due diligence and made sure they were good. And now I honestly don't give a flying fuck, to be honest. Like you guys said, if I step in some dog poo, then I'll definitely wipe that off because I'm not trying to stink up my bedroom. But other than that, like I'm just like, meh.
Yeah.
Like
I find now
I'll wait till it snows and I'll wear them in the snow and it'll come off.
Right? Exactly. I find now if I like take the time to clean, it's like a purge.
Yeah.
Like I'll go into like my collection.
Do everything else, man.
I'll go into my collection, remember shoes that I made note of that were dirty, and then clean those as well. But after that clean, I'm not cleaning for like another month.
That's a good way to do it. Do it all at one time. Yeah. And then you have a bunch of shoes lying out instead of one every single day.
And then you could take a cool picture.
You can, Oh, that's why your collection pictures have been crazy lately, because you just
I might have been cleaning
it. Okay, so we're definitely the wrong people to ask about cleaning your shoes for dummies. But if you were to clean your shoes, Joel, what is your step-by-step?
All right, so what I have...
Actually, sorry, I'm going to cut you off. I apologize.
It's all right.
Let's do preferred products first.
Okay.
Just so we know what we're working with.
Okay, so what I use the Jason Marks stuff.
True.
I also have a laundry bar, and I use that. And you just go to the dollar store, grab one of those nail brushes, those big rectangular nail brushes, and I use that to scrub down like the bottom part, like your outsole. And I use that under the scrub that off and whatnot. I have done a lot of, like, I guess if you want to call it restorations, whatnot, in the past. And Jason Marks is like phenomenal, like with the stuff that they have. It doesn't leave like that like when you wash mesh, especially white mesh, and you use soap,
it doesn't look the same,
and it dries up yellow. It got the yellows. When you use Jason Marks, it doesn't do that at all.
Ooh.
So it's like it's really good. It's really good, and it leaves like the suede like a proper.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It doesn't make it like hard.
I know that Jason Mark uses, I believe it's coconut oil. Like it's all natural ingredients.
Ooh.
So it just lifts the stain up. It's not like trying to, like soap is just scrubbing it.
Yeah.
It just, the Jason Mark lifts it.
Yeah.
So I actually get a lot of questions about how to properly use Jason Mark. Do you use Jason Mark, right, Alvin?
Oh, hell yeah.
Hit us with it.
So you have to have a water source, whether it's a bowl, a container. I personally use a old Tupperware that has a crack on the top lip that we can't use. That's like my go-to. I fill that with water, and what you're supposed to do is put a little bit on the brush, but make sure the brush is wet to begin with.
Yeah.
And then you put a little bit on the brush, and then dip it back into the water, and then you start scrubbing, and then you should see
Suds.
some suds.
Suds.
Like, and that's how you know it's getting clean, is when you see the suds.
Yeah.
And then you scrub away, man, until you're happy with the result. And if not, you just keep repeating it and keep scrubbing where you need to scrub.
I would definitely say for the more delicate materials, like Joel said, mesh, suede, that kind of stuff. Gentle.
Yeah.
Like Alvin said, definitely scrub. You need to put some elbow grease in, but gentle scrub, if that makes sense.
They
like gentle,
do have a
premium brush.
A premium
brush,
brush,
that, which is just softer
so
bristles.
much softer.
Yeah. How about the wipes? You guys have the wipes?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Those are clutch.
I find myself using the wipes mostly now.
Yeah.
Like I keep them in my backpack, and then even when I travel.
Just like a 1-2. Like, you rip it
It's
open,
a quick
just
thing,
have
man.
a...
Just wipe it down.
Like, I'm not going in any conditions where I generally don't need a deep clean. So, well, what's going on up there?
I think it's Baby Shark. If you know about Baby Shark, yo, I rate you.
But yeah, like I'm not really going anywhere that requires me to do a deep clean that often. So the wipes generally get the job done.
Yeah.
What about protectors, like the waterproofers?
I used to like heavily go with Foot Locker, just because for a while they were like the only ones out there.
Yeah.
And then I know Crepe started coming out with theirs. But right now I'm sticking with Jason Mark and the Rappel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are very team Jason Mark over here. You still protect your shoes, Joel?
Oh, of course.
Yeah?
All the time, man. It's like one of the first things I do when I get a fresh new pair of kicks. I unlace them. I'm sorry. I take the laces out, then I give them a spray. And then I'll lace them back proper, like the way that I want to lace them. And that's it. And then just,
Dope.
just go at it.
Yeah, I was the same way. Like I used to do it all the time, like before wearing it was the night before wearing the shoe.
Yeah.
Spray it, leave it for 20 minutes, spray it, leave it overnight, and then wear it. Like I was super anal about that stuff. And now, like, don't
now it's just
care.
suede. Like if it's a suede shoe,
If it's suede, yeah.
I don't know if I'm just like I'm old enough to not care, or I'm just old enough to be careful. I don't know, but like, I wore my JTHs on Sunday during the snowstorm.
I saw that.
Yeah,
you were
and
in
I
the
was
snow.
like,
Yeah.
I was like, honestly, fuck it.
I don't think I've sprayed those yet, and I've been meaning to, but it's just like
I didn't spray them. I just like threw them on. I was like, I'll just walk carefully. That's my sneaker heading for dummies cleaning tip. Is just walk carefully.
Walk carefully.
So anyways, yeah, secret tips. You guys have like one of those things that you don't really tell anybody, but you have that's like Joel said, that laundry bar. Do you have anything else? Like secret tips that like unconventional uses of items. I still use the Foot Locker. Foot Locker used to sell a suede cleaning kit that was really good for Timberlands, and
Did
it
you
came
get
with
the
an
eraser?
eraser,
The eraser,
and the
yeah.
brush. And I use the eraser on outsoles, white outsoles. If
True.
it just lifts scuffs off.
Oh, yeah.
So any like black scuffs, you'll get that shit off so easily.
That brush is really good on suede,
and then
though.
the brush is
Just to
amazing.
smooth it out.
And you can actually use that brush for dusty hats as well.
Ooh,
That's your double tip from me. Yeah, I use
Nice.
that brush for like hats.
dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like microfibery, like any of those kind of brushes. Even a Jason Mark, like the Jason Mark brush, I use it for dusty hats as well.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's delicate. What you, Alvin?
Dope.
You have any of those?
I don't
secret
really
tips?
have one, but one I'm keeping right now is because NetMag gave them to me that way, and it's. So I got the De La Lows from him last year, and usually like what I was expecting was like the midsoles with yellow, which would have been dope either way. Like I love that shit.
Yeah.
But when I received them from him, he kept them in like a freezer bag, like a Ziploc freezer bag.
True.
And like they're whiter than white. Like
Yeah.
they were definitely DS, but even with DS pairs, sometimes like that midsole gets that patina.
I saw your post. Yeah, patina. Yeah.
So like so anyway, they're still white. So I kind of want to keep them that way because they look dope too, just fresh.
Yeah.
So I'm still keeping them in that Ziploc bag, sealed. Anytime I'm not wearing them, just in case.
Just in case.
But honestly, if they turn yellow, I'm about it too. So.
Yeah.
That would be kind of cool. The yellow detailing with the yellow soles.
Yeah. Oh.
I got another one.
You got another one. Joel is out here with the
Let's
friggin' dad
go,
tips, bro.
Magic eraser.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. That's a
that
good one.
stuff, like, it works wonders, especially on white soles or white midsoles or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
But like, if you even try to scrub it down, and you still see like that little bit of dirt on that midsole, and you want it like that crispy white, give like a couple dashes of the magic eraser, and you're set. You're
Same.
set.
I think it's the same idea as the eraser from the suede kit. You
Yeah,
can actually
yeah.
use like even a dollar store eraser will work.
Yeah, they
It's the
have
same thing. It's
magic
just a regular
erasers.
eraser. No, I mean like a pencil,
like a pencil eraser?
Yeah.
Pencil eraser.
Oh,
As long
sick.
as it's not one of those pink ones.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna end up
'cause
with a
then you'll
pink
get-
midsole.
Pink
Yeah.
midsole.
But if you can find like a white one or like a clear one,
Like those
then-
white Stadler ones.
Yeah.
Oh,
It was the
yeah.
brand.
fancy kids
Stadler.
ones. Yeah. I just had the friggin' shitty ass ones.
That came with the mechanical pencils.
The only erasers I had were on the back of pencils.
Where the pink ones that you're not supposed
Yeah,
to use.
exactly. But yeah, that is sneaker heading for dummies this week.
True.
Hey.
If you have any suggestions or have any questions for sneaker heading for dummies, let us know and we'll try and answer it and help you out on the podcast.
Dope.
Now it is time for the main topic of this week's podcast: condition.
Yes.
So before we jump into Alvin, because he said he has a whole explanation as to why he wanted to jump onto condition this week, I want to get a little bit of housekeeping out of the way. So Joel, what does DS or deadstock mean?
Never worn, pretty much. Like,
tried on.
Yeah, nor tried on, like fresh out the box.
Never
Factory.
been.
Factory. Never been touched.
Never been graced by
Like-
another foot.
like a
Yeah.
virgin shoe.
That's a good way to put it, actually.
it's
A
true.
virgin
It's
shoe.
true.
Yeah.
It's true.
Alvin, what about pads? PADS or pass as
So
DS?
pass as dead stock, I would say something you've tried on or you've worn it once for like an hour and it's still hella super clean,
Inside.
but it's
Yeah.
not DS. Like you can't say it's dead stock. So pass
Yeah.
as dead stock is something that comes the closest to being dead stock, but isn't.
Yeah, self-explanatory.
Yeah.
It could pass as dead stock,
Yeah.
but it's been worn.
Yeah.
And then VNDS is basically very near dead stock, but still not quite.
Yes.
You've worn it a handful of times, and it's got some creases, maybe some dirt on the outsole. Still looks pretty good, but it's not dead stock. So Alvin, why did you want to talk about this week?
So I was chilling with the Cuzzos, the Kuyas, if you want to say it. One of them being Mr. KT, aka Keith,
True,
aka
true.
Shout out to
Yo.
EEE member.
Word. And then the other one was Kuya Mike, aka Kuya Mike still needs Instagram.
Shout out
Yo.
to my
Kuya Mike.
lineup buddy.
Oh, he gave us the EEE2 color
Oh,
soda.
he did, yeah.
Anyway, so we're talking, we're chilling at Keith's place. We're just chilling, talking about sneakers because that's what we do now.
We're gonna have them on the pod very soon.
True.
So Keith, both of them were like heavy sneakers when I was younger. So they definitely helped to influence my choice in lifestyle. I guess you could say. Obviously, Kuya Mike fell off a little bit. Like, definitely wasn't into crazy copying. But
You heard that, Kuya Mike? You fell off.
He did.
You heard that?
Hold on, no.
You
Hold
better
on,
jump
no.
on.
Hold on. Just wait.
Oh,
And then
not done.
Keith was always copying here and there, but he wasn't heavy up until like I would say probably 3 years now.
Yeah.
He's been heavy.
Yeah, he's going
like
heavy.
stupid. Like, bro, save some fucking money.
No,
I'm joking.
yeah. Like stupid heavy.
I'm joking.
Like he had a week like I had last week every week
Yeah.
for the past 3 years.
Yeah, but he was making up for the time that he missed. Anyway,
True,
yeah.
And then now Kuya Mike slowly getting like last year he had a good year. I think he said he copped like 8 pairs of threes.
Yeah, he had a good haul.
nice.
Yeah.
including a pair of Fear 3s that was like dead stock. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was impressed.
Yeah.
I was like, dope, Kuya Mike. And then he was like, man, I can't remember. We were talking about Kijiji and purchasing sneakers, and he's like, man, I can't cop dead stock or not dead stock. So,
Like what?
so like
He has to
anything
buy a
he
dead stock
buys
shoe.
from someone else has to be dead stock. And I thought to myself, I was like, I don't know, man. Like I've purchased a good chunk of used pairs, but like I was like, afterwards I was like, was I always like this though? Like I feel like when I first started, I needed to like any pair I copped that was from someone else that wasn't from a store needed to be the same thing, like dead stock.
Really?
When I first started, and then I started getting more into the scene, and it was like, oh, dope. So the question is essentially, discussion is like, when you guys purchase a pair of sneakers from not a store, does it need to be dead stock, or do you mind walking in someone else's shoes?
For me, I don't mind at all. Just
Word.
as long as it's not like, heel drag.
Word.
You know what I mean? Stars are missing on the toes and whatnot. So it's like, yeah, like preferably I would like pass as dead stock.
Word.
Very close to like the triple VNDS
VVVVV
kind of thing. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's where I'm going with mine.
I think I've progressed,
Same.
but opposite of you.
Oh.
When I first started, I was like, I want every fucking shoe. I don't care if it's beat. I don't care if it's new. But I want the shoe. Yeah. Like when I was buying shoes in like 2010, 2011, I was like on Soul Collector, just like I didn't give a fuck. I was on Kijiji. Yeah. Like I was like, it's cheap. It's $40. I don't care. I'll take it. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like we just talked about, like you can clean a shoe significantly and make it look a lot different, or shove it with an insole or shove it with whatever to fill out the creases. Like, so that's what I was doing back in the day. I was buying a lot of used stuff, and I've progressed more and more to be like, maybe that's kind of gross. Now buying a super beat shoe that somebody else sweat in for a while.
Yeah.
But if it comes down to it, sometimes you have to. Like those Air Yeezy ones that I have, I wouldn't have if they weren't in the condition they are.
They're still good though.
Like, yeah, like I definitely wiped them down and made them look a little bit better in pictures with some filters. But in person, like, they're probably I'd say a generous 7 out of 10.
True.
Like, super generous. Like, probably closer to a 6.5.
Yeah.
But I was able to acquire them because of they're in that condition. So sometimes that can help. But yeah, what about you? Like, or sorry, what about Keith and Mike? What did they say?
Well, Mike was straight dead stock. I think Keith right now is the same thing. Like, both of them are pretty in the mode of, like, it needs to be brand new. I need to be the one to first break into it.
Have they always been like that? Did they say it? Or
I think so, man.
yeah?
Well, I mean, I guess they were never really heavily that into the game up until recently.
Oh, okay, so it wasn't a huge.
So like, I mean, they
Secondary
would always
market
cop
thing.
from a store, but I
Yeah.
don't know if like Keith would always obviously look on like Soul Collector and all that other stuff too. But again, like I don't know if it ever crossed his mind whether it was deadstock or not. Cuzzo, hit us up. I don't know if I can recall you buying a used pair of shoes, but let us know. We'll read that again on E. But yeah, man. Like for myself, I'm pretty sure like in the beginning, especially with those Fire Red 3s we copped, I'm like
Yeah.
for the most part, I can't recall
Those were dead stock. Very,
for sure.
Very
But
dead
I
stock.
feel like the first used pair I ever copped was, probably
It's
those.
that few that you can't even think about it. I can think of like 12.
Yeah, no, it's probably the Vans taps.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
okay.
yeah?
I sold to Joel a while
Yeah,
back.
yeah.
Oh, there's hey.
Yeah.
Hanging around.
Probably those ones were the very first ones, and that was also my very first like Soul Collector purchase.
Soul
I
Collector
was-
was good for that kind of
I
thing.
was
Yeah,
so
man.
scared of, man, because
Yeah.
the first time me shipping to the States, and I had to ship first.
Oh,
Oh, it
you
was a
traded.
trade.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And I shipped first, but luckily, I mean, obviously, I looked into the guy, and
Yeah.
no one really ever complained about him.
Yeah.
He was always on the forums and stuff.
Yeah.
So I mean, I was like, forget it. Like, if I lose this, it's my fault, and if not, then I'm blessed.
If we ever do
So-
a sneaker heading for dummy on trades, that's going to be the first thing.
true,
Don't ship first.
yeah,
What Alvin just did.
I was new to the
Don't
game.
do that.
I was new to the game.
It's actually a really interesting topic, like when you jump into like condition and all that kind of stuff. So I wrote down a couple things as well.
Let's do it.
Do you think that a damaged box affects the condition of the shoes?
No,
It just makes it conditional when you're buying it,
yeah,
right?
like my theory with boxes is they're always replaceable. I mean, all of us have like multiple amounts of outlet cups
Yep.
that don't have like a
Lids,
top,
yeah.
so
No tops.
you would replace that box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, if the box is like mosh up, so long as the shoes are like in amazing condition, or like have no defects or imperfections, and I could care less about the box.
Because here's my thing, just to play devil's advocate. Say you have $2,000 in your pocket and you're like, honestly, I'm gonna go buy some Cos 4s, and the guy's like, ooh, yeah, the box is really fucked up.
And that price goes down.
So it affects the price, right?
I would say it depends on the shoe.
So the shoe's fine. Shoe's dead stock. Just the box is like really fucked up.
The shoe, like if
Oh, I'm saying for this example, we're talking Cos 4s.
yeah. So for that being a collabo, and because there's
Special
specific artwork.
Artwork.
Outwork. I don't know what the hell
Yeah.
outwork was. Artwork. That would definitely make a difference. Like it's
Yeah.
like the Sean Wotherspoon. Like
Yeah.
if you're coming to me with a messed up Sean Wotherspoon box, I don't want it.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I
What
mean?
about you, Joel? Does box affect the price you'll pay or your perception of the condition?
Definitely. Like
Yeah.
with what Alvin said, like with artwork and whatnot, like collabo was gonna have like some crazy box, and if the box is like messed up or fucked up or whatever,
Yeah.
that price is going down.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if it's the shoes like dead stock, never
Yeah.
been worn, whatever. The box, because it's a collabo and it's a special box,
Yeah.
then it's gonna be
But if we're talking a
Different
regular
story.
box, do you think it affects
No.
it that much? No?
no.
If
I'll
it's just
give
like a
you
regular
I
ass.
don't care.
An example.
Okay, please.
So you guys know what happened to Sneaker Closet, aka Adam, with the size 180s.
Yep. Yep.
He got shipped the pair and it wasn't to his satisfaction. The box
It
was
was-
messed up and everything.
Yeah.
Just because of how they shipped it. I was lucky enough for him to let me buy that pair from him.
Yeah.
But the pair, to me, the pair still looked good. Obviously, the suedes didn't match, but the box was all messed up. But it's still a collabo. But at the same time, it's
The
like,
box is regular, right?
the
It's a
box
regular
is just
red
a regular
It's a
box.
regular box,
Yeah.
yeah.
So in that sense, like, I mean, if size had put something on the box
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I was buying
Yeah.
it from someone else, I would definitely try to like not lowball them, but definitely
Not
decrease
swindle, that's the wrong word.
decrease the price.
Yeah. Barter.
Barter.
Yeah.
Swindle them.
Swindle. Hi there, sir.
Hey, I like those shoes there, and then just run away.
Stuff like that.
Yeah.
What about receipts? How do we feel about receipts?
I don't know. In the recent
man.
like cops that I've had, I keep the receipt just because all these kids
Yeah.
ask
Yeah.
for it for proof of purchase.
Yeah, I think that's the main reason why people like. I'm just getting these things from what people would post in a for sale listing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They would say dead stock with the receipt and all OGL or whatever,
OGL,
right?
yeah.
Receipts for me, I've always kept since like 2009. All those
Yeah.
shoes have receipts, just because for me it's part of the collection.
True.
It was never because I thought that I needed it to prove that they were real or to for anything really, aside from just like it comes with the shoe. Like it's kind of cool to have them together.
Should have kept mine.
Yeah, it's just kind of a cool thing. Like even back when Foot Locker did pre-orders, I kept a gift card. And the
Some of
receipt.
those I have.
Yeah, like I would just throw them in the box, like just chuck it in
But
the box, right?
some of our dope 50 cops.
Oh, I have all those receipts.
Those receipts are in the garbage.
Oh yeah.
One, because I was probably supposed to be saving at that point instead of buying shoes on 50. And two, like I got them for so cheap that I kind of, if I did sell them, I really don't want you to see the receipt.
Oh, yeah.
For
At the
me,
same time.
it doesn't matter what I paid, to be honest. Because since when does that matter, right? Like, you know that the guy who's selling cause paid retail and you're still paying resale. Like, if you
Yeah.
got them for $200, the guy's not going to be like, oh, but you paid this much. Can I get it for this much?
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
honestly just like,
Yeah.
when I give it to the guy and it has an outlet sticker on it, and I'm like, ha, gotcha. Like, sometimes that's how it would be.
Do you
'cause
swear
it
at the outlet?
Yeah, it goes back the other way, too,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Like, you'll end up
yeah.
buying something, you'll see the receipt, and be like, shit, this guy got a discount on it.
Yeah.
It's good for him. I mean, he made some extra money.
Yeah.
I never cared about that. What about like the paper, the shoe trees, the hang tag? The hang tag is definitely probably the most important to me.
Oh, for sure. That's
but-
an accessory
Yeah,
that should come with a shoe.
Yeah. But what about like the paper and the shoe trees and stuff? Not so much.
I guess if it's like a detailed,
Yeah.
like, paper kind of thing, then obviously you're going to keep that aside. But if it's like the regular craft paper,
Yeah.
Yeah. So for the most
Yeah.
part, the answer to all those questions is only if they're
Same thing
special.
with shoe
Yeah.
trees, man. Shoe trees can, unless
Yeah.
it's like a high tech or like a
It's a
really
Jordan
like
11
a
one or
wooden,
something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
a wooden shoe
From
tree.
the bin series with the wooden ones.
Like,
yeah.
I haven't started yet, but I want to replace all of the paper and just put those plastic shoe trees from like IKEA.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
ones
yeah.
that with the spring.
Yeah,
those
I
are
haven't gone to
cool.
that yet,
Yeah.
but one day.
That's a rich guy move right there.
Yeah,
man.
I'm not there. I'm not
You also
there.
want to do a
So-
drop front overhaul too, and have all the
Yeah.
drop front
No,
boxes.
no. I like seeing like boxes
That's true.
because it kind of shows it. To me, anyway, those boxes show a little bit more variety
Character.
and character.
Character,
Exactly.
yeah, man.
Even
Yeah.
like the only boxes I would replace are the mashup ones. That's about
Yeah,
it.
Yeah.
very true.
Yeah.
Can you think of times where it might be better to buy a worn pair of shoes?
Yeah. Sean Wotherspoons.
Why? Why is it better to buy a
That price
worn?
point, like for a DS
For
pair
dead
for
stock
me, is
pairs,
like
yeah.
unrealistic.
Okay.
And for me to be able to afford that, I'm selling one grail that I don't want to sell.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's a shoe that I don't want to part with, and it's just like I'd rather purchase it used. And for the most part, in terms of Air Maxes, like for the outsole, you can't really tell
This worn.
how much they've been worn.
Yeah.
It's literally like the
Yeah.
insole, right? Like if the insole's messed up, but other than that, like Air Maxes hold up pretty well. There's no stars that you can
Yeah.
measure.
Yeah. True. Yeah.
The amount
Percentage
worn.
of stars. Yeah.
Exactly. So I mean, with Air Maxes, it's whatever. Another one would be like the Yeezy Wave Runners.
True.
Just
Yeah.
something that you wouldn't necessarily purchase regular
I don't
price.
I'm gonna rock them
Dead
anyway.
stock, yeah.
They're dead. If like I don't need them dead stock.
But
You know
what
what I mean?
can you think of any reasons, Joel, why you'd prefer a used pair?
Like same thing with Alvin. Like if a dead stock pair is like $1,000.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I can get like a very near dead stock or like a passes dead stock
Yeah.
for like $400.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna drop the $400.
Oh,
right?
absolutely,
You know
yeah.
what I mean, so it's like it comes down to like, would you rather pay an arm and a leg, or would you just rather pay like a toe kind of thing? You know,
Just the toe for sure, fam.
just the toe, just the tip.
Just
you
the-
know?
Just the tip, bro. Just the tip. Here's a couple other reasons that so one of these is inspired by NetMag. What if it's a shoe that would just be so hard to undead stock? And you don't even want to buy a dead stock, because could you be the one to wear that shoe for the first time?
Yes.
Like NetMag puts it in his posts all the time. Like he'll have a used pair of Red Octobers, and he'll be like, they're worn one time, but honestly, if they were dead stock, you probably wouldn't wear them anyways. And I thought about it. I was like, honestly, you're probably right, because if you're getting a used pair, or sorry, a new pair of Red Octobers, how easy is it to just throw that thing on StockX and let it fly out of your hands and take that money and run?
True.
As opposed to a worn twice pair that you can't sell on StockX, and you're like, honestly, it's worn, I might as well wear it too.
Yeah.
True.
Like think about a shoe that was so old. Like we're talking maybe, I don't know, what's an old shoe from like 2004? Like we're talking Amsterdam's or something. Never been worn, brand new. Thing's been dead stock for almost 20 years or whatever, 15 years.
I rock the shit.
You're throwing that thing right on your foot?
Right on my foot.
Wearing them and bringing them to Kanatsuki.
Yeah, that's a great. Soul swap.
Yeah, soul swap.
So that's actually a follow-up. Sometimes older shoes are better because they're more wearable.
Yeah.
So like you don't want to buy a dead stock because if it's dead stock, the first time you wear it, it's going to fall apart.
Exactly.
So those were a couple of reasons why I could think that maybe, honestly, maybe
That's
it's
true.
worn shoes aren't so bad.
Yeah.
For a couple of reasons, right?
Yeah.
Could you ever see yourself paying more for a worn pair of shoes?
Pay more?
What do you mean by more?
Just over market value.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't.
It would need to, like, over resale value?
Yeah, like
For
just
a
say
dead
like
stock
you
pair?
could,
Dead
there's a
stock.
dead stock pair for 500 and you can see a worn pair for more than that.
No.
600.
Then I would buy the Destiny pair.
And the only reason
Yeah,
I
I mean-
could think of for that question was maybe it's game worn.
Oh, okay.
But then at that point you're like, am I even going to wear the shoe? Would you wear a game worn shoe?
No, because
No,
that's like a
that's-
memorabilia
yeah.
type thing.
Yeah.
That's the post put up on your mantle. Kind
Like
of.
if
If I wanted to be a dick and just wear them for ball for no reason and I was rich, maybe, but probably not. Just
Yeah.
it's like a display piece.
I wonder if
Yeah.
people do that. Do you think people wear game worn shoes? That seems weird.
That does
Why did you
seem
buy a game worn
think-
shoe
Yeah.
to wear it
I don't
yourself?
know. Or maybe it wasn't on foot, but I did see D. Chatlani,
Uh-huh.
our
Yeah,
boy
yeah.
from BC.
Yeah.
He was taking some pictures of some game worn Kyries.
Oh yeah, on his feet.
On his foot?
I just can't remember if it was on foot or not. But like one of his homies is a collector of game worn Kyries,
Yeah.
Oh cool.
which is pretty dope. Like I
Yeah.
looked at his
Nice.
IG
Very
feed,
cool.
and the IG feed is sick. Like
Dope.
all Kyries, all game worn.
Yeah.
Crazy.
But I can't recall if any of them were on foot. Is the only thing. I'll double check and I'll send in an EEE.
Maybe that'll be a question for our story after this publishes. Would you ever wear a game worn pair of shoes, or just worn by a celebrity? Like remember when DJ AM passed and his whole
Oh,
collection
man.
got auctioned
Yeah,
off,
yeah.
and a lot of people are wearing those shoes. Is
Like,
that a
I
shoe
would.
is that a shoe you should wear?
Yeah.
Yeah,
If
it's different, right?
Yeah.
If it had been a shoe that is his,
Yeah, it was his
or
whole
like it was
collection.
like a coveted, like it was he designed it.
No, like his personal
Yeah,
collection of
it
sneakers.
was just his
yeah.
personal collection,
Yeah.
which like
Yeah.
were sneakers that people could.
Yeah, like it's like you're walking into anybody's
Yeah.
basement. Yeah.
But it's still cool just to have it as a DJAM thing. I would still rock it though,
Yeah.
just because I knew he was a serious sneakerhead and he would want me to rock.
Yeah, that's the way I was seeing it as well. Yeah.
We should ask Ron Urjas.
it. Does he have a pair?
Because he's got a couple pairs
Oh yeah, from the
from his AM,
Private
from
stash.
the AM collection.
Yo, Ron, if you're listening to this, bro, hit us up.
Hit us
I want to
up.
hear
Let us
that.
know.
I know what you have in your closet.
That's not creepy at all.
I know what you did last year. Would you ever buy a DS pair of shoes that you can't wear?
Like a really old Air Jordan 3 where it's
Yeah,
like
like that's
crumbling.
the main
Crumbling.
idea I was thinking. Like, would you buy a Jordan 3 from 2001 that's dead stock and you know if you put it on your foot it's going to explode?
No.
No?
It would depend on price.
Price point, yeah.
If the price was $20, probably. But
Well, yeah.
I can't. I love wearing my shoes.
That's
Like the
problem.
only pair that I don't know why I hesitate, but the only pair I hesitate to wear is the Cause 4.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's my love for the shoe or just it's I don't know. It's just beautiful.
It's a beautiful shoe.
Like I've worn every single pair in my collection aside from like those pairs of 3s that I have that are black cement that I plan on wearing eventually.
Yeah, you're just waiting.
But like I don't know, man. I can't justify purchasing something, especially if it's at like a full market value, and if I can't rock
If you
it,
can't wear it.
Yeah.
because no one else is really seeing it unless I'm rocking it.
So you can't see yourself purchasing just to collect?
Not right now.
Not really?
Not at this moment in my sneaker life, husband.
Rocker shit.
What about you, Joel? Would you buy a pair of shoes dead stock because they're dead stock? You cannot wear them.
I wouldn't even bother.
No.
No.
But what if they were dead stock and you can restore them? Like the
If they
midsole.
were, if they were dead stock and I could restore them and they were at a decent price, I would pull the trigger.
Yeah.
Just because I know that I can always ship them out, and you know what I mean. But if I was just gonna wear them and the price is up there, and would I dish out that kind of money just to know that they're just gonna
sit there,
Yeah,
display it in your basement.
pretty
Lawrence, are
much.
you at a collector? You're a collector,
Yeah, you got.
but are you
before,
at that level right now where you just want to buy shoes and just have them and not wear them?
Not really, no. Like I got that one pair from NetMag, the 94
The 94,
Black Cement 3 in a size 6.5. Like not my size.
But that I can
completely.
kind of justify just because
Yeah.
you're a threes guy.
That's my shoe. The Black Cement 3 is my shoe, and the price that I paid was dumb.
Yeah.
Cheap.
Yeah.
Dumb cheap.
Yeah.
Came with the box. Like the box is incredible.
Yeah.
So nice.
That's just like, to me, that's a piece of history. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's kind of a different question. I didn't even ask that. Like that shoe is so beat and unwearable. But I purchased it knowing that.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, "Why'd you buy that?" I'm just like, "I want it."
Yeah.
Like-
it's just like
Yeah.
it's
And
like a
I could,
conversation piece.
I could definitely restore it if I wanted to. But then you're talking about going out and buying another size 6.5
Yeah.
Jordan 3, and then paying someone to restore it, and then I still can't wear it. I'm not a 6.5, so
Yeah,
my
yeah.
girlfriend's not a 6.5. So who's wearing that shoe?
It's like
Like,
a three.
yeah, literally, she wears like a toddler size. So, like, jeez,
Lucky guy.
no, it's very
cheap.
hard to find shoes in that size.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
So going off of that whole restoring thing, do you think that a midsole repaint changes the condition of the shoe?
No.
No.
I would say it's still the same, but I know guys are going to try to say it's VNDS as opposed to NDS kind of thing.
Yeah.
So as opposed to being like, obviously, yeah, fine. Yes, it does. Well, you are investing money into it.
Yeah, you're
To
fixing
get
it up,
it- to get it
restoring it.
restored.
Yeah.
So fine, yes. So it
Um,
definitely goes from a 6 to an 8.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because to me, does that not sound like a finesse? Like, just imagine some guy
It is, though.
beating the hell out of a shoe, paying $50 for a repaint, ironing out the creases, and then selling it for like
Oh,
a
hell yeah.
lot. Like,
But if you have that talent to be able to do that, then good on you.
do you think as a seller you would need to disclose that conditional information?
Yeah.
I think
That it has
yeah,
been repainted, that it has been restored.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you buy a car if the owner never told you if it's been an
That's
accident?
exactly it. You gotta check the Carfax.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Carfax.
Carfax.
Carfax.com.
Yeah.
And this segment has been brought to you by Carfax.com. Another question. This was literally just me, like, you know those shower thoughts where you're like standing
Those are
there
the
and you're
best
like,
ones sometimes.
you're like, bro, that's actually crazy.
Yeah.
like a hits blunt, half hits
Did
blunt,
you?
half. No, I should have. Maybe I would have had some more questions. If a shoe's midsole is swapped,
Yeah.
the old sole had exploded.
Yeah.
The upper is dead stock, and it gets swapped. Is that shoe dead stock?
Well, this is like
The
some Inception.
the upper's dead stock.
Say you have a brand new pair of 2001 Jordan 3s.
Yeah.
Never been worn.
Okay.
But the sole is exploded just from age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you swap a new midsole outsole combo on that bad boy. Is that shoe dead stock?
Yeah.
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 If
Yeah.
both parts,
If
Are
the
dead
outsole is also dead stock.
Then it's
Then-
dead stock.
yes.
How do you rate the condition if the outsole you put on it is worn slightly? Like, that's a long description if you're selling that
Like
thing.
an
But,
NDS.
yeah.
It's in an NDS. You can't say it's DS.
Yeah, you can't say it's DS.
The upper is dead stock.
Yeah, but the
Yeah, but-
midsole.
So
yeah.
the upper.
the
So from
midsole's
word.
near dead. It's worn.
Yeah.
So it's and you swap it. It's
But
gonna
the
be
upper is
worn.
going to be dead stock.
Yeah, but the midsole is not dead stock.
I feel like the outsole for me in terms of. So here, how do we
What came
rate?
first? The chicken
What do we-
or the egg?
Yeah, really though. Yeah.
What came first? So what
Yeah.
do you guys rate
Yeah.
first? The outsole or the upper?
The outsole.
I rate it all together.
Yeah.
Yes, but what do you want to? What do you want to see first?
I'm concerned about the upper. For me,
It
The
depends
upper?
On, it depends on
if
the
I'm
shoe.
buying a Jordan 3, I'm
Yeah.
concerned more about creases on the toe box rather than
Heel drag.
dirt on the insole or the outsole or whatever.
What about heel drag?
Heel drag though.
That too.
or
Yeah.
like the stars
Yeah.
on a dunk.
I think that a safe way to do this would be to say, in a very long for sale post,
Yeah.
what the condition of the shoe is.
Yeah.
The upper is dead stock. The outsole has been worn on the old shoe,
Yeah.
but is near dead stock.
Yeah,
That's
I
a
would just-
long sales description.
Yeah, but people want to know that, right?
I would want to know that.
I would just say be honest with
Yeah.
every part of your shoe.
Yeah, that's
You know
a
what I
lot
mean? Like,
going on.
Yeah.
You
have
can't
to,
tell me
man.
you have real titties when I can totally see the fit. You know what I mean? Like you can't front because real talk, like guys are gonna examine the shoe.
Yeah, for sure, man.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
so, like for
And
example,
their homies are gonna examine the shoe too.
that's what I
Yep.
mean.
Like,
So for example, Konati's did an amazing job restoring those.
for sure, man.
What are those? I saw one recently. I think it was the Safari Air Max ones.
Yeah,
And he swapped it,
swapped it out.
the midsole. And if you're trying to front and being like, yo, that's the OG midsole, I'm like, no, it's not, dog.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
or if you're trying to front, it's like, oh, it's the release from recently. I'm like, are you dumb, dog?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, you definitely have to disclose
You have
anything
to,
that
man.
you've done
You
to
have
the
to.
shoe.
Condition is very interesting to talk about.
Oh my
It's kind of
gosh.
fun. So this is kind of just like the broader question now. I think that I've noticed recently, like Alvin said, with receipts, I think that dead stock shoes are becoming more and more sought after.
Yeah,
Just
Yeah,
overall.
definitely.
Yeah.
Why do you guys think that is?
it's safe.
Just because it's safe?
Yeah, and especially if you have the receipt, like
Yeah.
But
dead
then
stock
again,
with receipt, you just
I can
think it's-
definitely purchase one fake, one real, and put the real receipt in
Yeah,
the fake
you
pair.
never know.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So either way, you can ask for a receipt, and if you don't do due diligence,
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
you're screwed either way.
Exactly.
But just overall, do you see that people are wanting dead stock more? Like, do you see the
Oh, yeah.
the used market dwindling a little bit?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not there as much. Like, people don't care as much for worn once, worn twice, worn a handful of times. Like, it's dead stock or bust.
I think it would
Yeah.
depend on the market.
Yeah.
It depends on where you're looking, and it depends on like what shoe it is.
True.
Because obviously, if you
Yeah.
go on to like Kijiji or Letgo, you'll get more people who don't mind the used pairs.
Yep.
Yeah.
Whereas like I find definitely on the Facebook groups.
Yeah. I honestly
find-
don't even go on Kijiji anymore. I think it's a waste of time.
Yeah, I find a lot of just dead stock posts.
Yeah.
And the only time you find any really good deals on used pairs is if you go to like what is that? Something Thursdays, like Retail Thursdays or
Oh,
or
they have
something.
like
Oh, yeah,
specific
yeah.
posts and
Yeah, but like for the most part everything is like DS. So yeah, I definitely see that.
do you see it more, Joel? Like, has
Oh,
it
yeah.
has it changed? Do you think since you've been in the game the longest? You're the OG in the corner over there.
For sure, man.
Do you see that people are caring more and more about like they want it dead stock, has to be dead stock? I'm not buying if it's worn. Like, do
Yeah.
you see that? And do you think there's a reason for it?
I think with the reason I find the reason is that there's a lot of fakes out there, and a lot of people, like like you're saying, they got to do due diligence. They got to know what's going on because anybody can swap out a fake pair,
Yeah.
and you can still have the receipt and blood and whatnot, right? So it's like, I don't know, man. I just find a lot of people wanting dead stock pairs.
I could definitely see it being harder to tell if a shoe is real or fake if it's worn.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
generally, the lines and everything, once it starts getting worn a couple times, are going to be warped creases. Like, you can
Yeah.
tell a little bit less. I've honestly chalked it down personally to mainly StockX and GOAT.
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah.
not even going to front. Like I said about the Red Octobers, if you win a dead stock pair from NetMag, like, bruh, like, I'm just literally just going to sell it now on StockX and I'm letting it leave my hands the next day.
yeah,
Like, it's going to be like a friggin' touch pass out the door
Yeah.
to the bank. And I think that's what people are mainly concerned about now. Like, people want to collect, for sure. They want to have it. But they want to have that safety net of, I can sell it on
Yeah.
StockX afterwards
Yeah.
once I
Yeah.
don't want it anymore.
Yeah.
yeah.
Which is kind of sad, to be honest.
not
Like,
really
if
collecting
it,
then.
yeah, it's not.
You're borrowing.
It's borrowing. Yeah, it's having it for a little bit and then getting rid of it.
Yeah.
Fuck, I had a train of thought and then I lost it. What was I gonna say?
Life.
Oh yeah, it's kind of sad because if it was the reason that you said, like I said, it's been dead stock for 15 years, and Alvin's like, bro, I want that shit on my feet right away. Like, it's sat dead stock for 15 years, and you're the first one to wear it. Like, that's almost like a triumph.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that's like, I did this.
An
Like, yeah,
accomplishment.
hell yeah. Like, when it gets to that age and it's been out for that long and it's remained dead stock for that period of time, there's not that many left. So when you put it on your foot, it's like the world is watching almost. Like, there's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
the
yeah.
pairs are
Yeah.
like getting less and less every year.
And that's why why we started in the first place, no?
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure, man.
So we can break necks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like pre-Instagram, pre-social media, that's why we
Otherwise,
wore
man.
kicks.
Mm-hmm.
So get on that vibe.
Yeah, 100%. And like I said, like, I think it definitely, like, the dead stock market, just because of overall, like, age and rarity.
Yeah.
Because if a shoe, like, look at What the Dunk, if they
Yeah.
came out in, 06,
Yeah.
7, 5, whatever, like, it's been over 10 years now.
Straight to foot.
It's impossible to find them now.
Yeah.
I had
Find
them,
them dead
they were
stock,
straight to
yeah.
foot for me, yeah.
yeah,
I had them dead stock and I wore them
It's the way
same
to do
day.
it.
But like, they're getting so hard to find that it's like a prestige thing.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I have it, and yeah, it's dead stock. But to me, it's kind of like the opposite. Like, why don't you wear it?
Yeah.
Then? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we all said, like I have less than 5 pairs dead stock, and it's probably just because I got them in the last year.
Yeah.
You have probably same thing, less than 5. Like, do you wear all your stuff?
It's all worn.
Everything.
I'm
Yeah.
less than 1. Just joking.
Less
I'm just
than
1.
one.
I pretty much just have 1 or 2 that are dead stock.
Yeah.
Everything else is worn.
Yeah. Like everything else has been worn or being waiting.
I have
I'm waiting
an itch.
to wear it.
There's
yeah.
always the itch.
Yeah.
That first
Like,
wear.
yo, when can I
always-
floss?
There's nothing like it. That
When
first
can I
wear.
floss? Yeah.
Condition.
I know.
If you guys have any comments about what we just said about condition,
Hit us up, man.
If you don't
That was
agree with
good, man.
anything, let us know. Yeah.
E.
Yeah. E. We are going to wrap it up. Thank you to everyone who has supported and or been a part of this podcast.
Word.
Wherever you're taking in this episode, please leave a comment, review, follow, and or subscribe. We like how many stars, Joel?
5.
That's right. We have a Facebook group called CGS Talk, where we like to talk to you guys, ask you questions, kind of like a little forum. That is facebook.com/groups/cgs.talk. We have a website, canadagotsold.ca. We have reviews, like Alvin's review of the Quality Arboreal sneaker. Those are
Yay.
dope, bro.
Those are
They're
pretty
clean,
dope.
man.
And I'm going to get a review up of that Westbrook.
Yes, please.
Why not 0.2? Because I
You
love that
may
shoe.
influence me.
I am an influencer. I'm
Lies.
kidding. I hate that word.
Straight lies.
I hate that word. Also, recaps and stories and much, much more on the website. If you'd like to join us on True to Size, or you have any questions, suggestions for the fire round, feedback, or maybe you just want to talk, if you just want to say what's up,
Yeah.
shoot us a DM or email us at canadagotsoul@gmail.com. Of course, don't forget to use the hashtag CanadaGotSoul for a feature. I have been Lawrence Hopkins. You can find me at LDoggyStyles on Instagram. Woof.
I am Joel Hernandez. You can find me at Joe Dooney, JO_D3OsNEY.
And I am Alvin Quincy, and you can definitely find me at MISTERQ and then Mart.
Thank you for listening to Talk About Sneakers for an hour and a bit. We have been Canada Got Soul, and we are out. Peace.
That's good, man.
If you got fake titties, you gotta tell me.
Yo, we know. We know. We're going to know about you.
That's the only thing.
Hey, man, that's analogy of the week.